Mulgrave, and we won the Cyber First Girls Competition 2018 run by GCHQ and NCSC. But what is the Cyber First competition?
The Cyber First Girls Competition is for all Year 8 girls of any ability in England and Wales, Year 9s for Northern Ireland and S2 in Scotland. The competition aims to make girls more confident working in a male-dominant career.
As well as that, the cybersecurity industry has a shortage of people working to keep our country safe. So, GCHQ organised this competition to spot potential young talent whilst promoting that women can do anything men can do.
After entering the competition and naming ourselves the Computifuls, we had to complete an online round before qualifying for the Cyber First finals in Manchester that only the top 10 teams in the country could attend.
The first round of the competition was filled with 170 challenging questions based on 4 categories: cryptography, networking, cybersecurity, and logic and coding. The aim was to complete as many challenges as you could in 1 week. You could see the percentage of tasks you had completed, and that helped us set daily goals. We worked hard as a team and managed to complete 85% of the challenge overall. Although we worked as individuals at times, we could always rely on teamwork when we were stuck. The cryptography tasks were challenging but fun to work out. We loved that the answer was always hidden away in plain sight. It was definitely harder than the cryptography we've worked on at school in the past, but sometimes the answers were found using CyberChef, a useful website which CyberFirst provided.
The logic and coding category consisted of coding and programming questions, as well as the thinking outside of the box questions. Working on these were extremely enjoyable, and it was fun learning new things about logic and coding, such as being able to read punch cards, crack regex crosswords, develop an understanding in JavaScript, and also programming languages such as Python.
Cybersecurity was definitely one of the hardest categories out of the 4. It consisted of questions which answers could be found using CyberChef, a simple but effective way to carry out all cyber operations. This cybersecurity was far off the basic never tell someone your password.
We were very interested in the networking questions because, although we did brief on it at school, finding out about more complex uses of networks was really enjoyable, but sometimes quite tough. Some of the questions were finding out about the IVP4 address, which, as you will probably know, is the 4th version of the Internet Protocol.
This year, the finals were held at the Old Trafford Cricket Ground in Manchester, which was just over 15 minutes away from the hotel that the 40 finalists were staying at.
At the competition, there was a main challenge, and there were also Easter egg challenges.
The main round was a scenario where we were part of a tech team at the company called Blink. Our scenario was that a young YouTuber is releasing an online product the next day and is using Blink to store her data before the release. The day before the launch, the company is hit with a ransomware attack. It was our job to find out who was involved in the attack, bring back the YouTuber's data, and find out why the attack actually happened. The main challenge was split into 15 different questions, and your team won points for every question answered correctly.
There were also Easter egg questions. These didn't really have anything to do with the main questions. They were just fun challenges that you could find the answers to either physically in the room or somewhere on the computer.
With about 2 hours left, we were told that we would have to present our findings to a boardroom comprised of top officials from NCSC and a load of other important people like Steph McGovern from BBC Breakfast. We had to tell them things like who committed the ransomware attack and why.
Throughout the whole competition, you could see the team's points and the amount and the position that each team was on the leaderboard. This was very stressful and put a lot of pressure on us and made us work harder. There were points in the competition where we dropped right down to the bottom, but we regrouped, rethought, and worked our way back up to the top. In the end, we won. We came first out of over 4,000 girls that entered. In our Cyber First experience, we realised that more young people need to get more involved and interested in cybersecurity and computer science, and also expand their knowledge on certain things such as artificial intelligence, or AI as it's commonly referred to.
Young people, especially our generation of children, are unaware about how much technology and artificial intelligence they use in their day-to-day lives.
Amazon's Alexa, for example, may just seem like a fun little gadget friend who tells you what the weather's going to be like tomorrow.
Or the shiny little cylinder you never use but show it off to your friends every time they come around.
But what most young children don't realise is that Alexa has aspects of AI in her. What most children don't realise is how they interact with artificial intelligence on what could be a day-to-day basis. But even bigger than that, children don't realise how much of an impact AI has on their day-to-day lives.
In cybersecurity and crime-stopping related professions, AI can be trained with facial recognition to target a criminal or certain individual, but obviously, whatever can be used for good can also be used for bad. This got us, as young people, thinking, how can AI impact us in a negative way? What if this technology got into the wrong hands, into the hands of people like terrorists or criminals? They could use this software to target their enemies or people they might want to get revenge on. Or even worse, maybe those criminals might use AI to target and abduct any children in their local area.
Another scenario might be that artificial intelligence is able to pick out a bunch of pictures on social media of people holding guns and put them into a group of suspected terrorists.
And that's great. Our world would be so much safer, and AI would have a positive impact on our lives by keeping us safe and tracking down potential threats which could harm us now or even in the future.
But as we said before, whatever has an upside can also have a bit of a problem. What if AI technology saw this? This seemingly innocent child would be put into a group of suspected terrorists. And for what? Is it really a crime to have fun with something like a Nerf gun? But is this really a bad thing? I mean, being dubbed as a terrorist isn't good, but maybe if things like this happened, it might make children think twice before they post something online or on their social media platform. AI technology could prevent nasty messages or images being sent too often. If people know that there are consequences because artificial intelligence can tell if someone has posted inappropriate content, then our society could reduce all of the cyberbullying statistics.
So to conclude, AI has a massive impact on our lives as children, and also the lives of everyone on our planet. Overall, what has winning this competition done for us? Well, this competition has brought us a load of huge opportunities, such as being able to speak at this conference.
It has also definitely increased our awareness about how important cybersecurity is and has inspired us to take computer science as a GCSE subject, whereas before this competition, only one of us is going to take it. And as we have mentioned before, winning this competition has not only taught us about ransomware attacks, but also it has led us to go onto the BBC Breakfast and be interviewed for the BBC World Service Tech 10 radio podcast.
And as well as that, all of the 40 finalists recently got to have tea and cake with the Duke of York inside Buckingham Palace.
We would like to say a massive thank you to the CogX team and also Stephanie Hare, who interviewed us for Tech 10, for inviting us to talk here today. Computer science plays a huge role in today's world, and we believe it's really important to promote it to children and also adults. If you want to find out more about the competition, then you can look up the CyberFirst website. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. So there's a lollipop over there, and we're going to ask all of our experts, 8 experts, to go down to the Meet the Speaker. So if you want to have a chat with the girls on our panel, please join us. Thank you very much.